why the Paul.Chek Institute live is completely rubbish, and I wouldn't recommend it to my dog, and I wouldn't recommend it to any fitness professional, and these are the reasons why. Right, if you do C.H.E.K Practitioner to, all the way through the 3 years, that's going to cost you £11,595. And they're not going to advertise you anywhere. They won't advertise you on their website. You can go and check it. No independent C.H.E.K practitioners are advertised on the website. And then if you want to be advertised on C.H.E.K Connect, they won't put you on there. And if they do put you on there, they'll hide your profile, like mine as a master level 5 in London. And I qualified in 2013 and started studying the C.H.E.K system in 2003 when I first got How to Eat, Move and Be Healthy when it was first released. So that £11,595 you're going to pay, or if you do the beginner level that they brought out, you're still going to get bits of paper that are absolutely worthless. You're not going to be able to go to a gym. You're not going to be able to go to a doctor or an osteopath or other professionals to try and market yourself because of Paul.Chek's drug smoking in videos and him promoting him doing 1,000 plant medicine journeys, which is really, really crazy. So on top of that, of getting certificates that are worthless, that are only recognised by the Institute, they'll get you locked in to pay them every year for them bits of paper. And say it's because we're regulating to make sure that you're regulated by us because we're not recognised anywhere. It's fucking crazy, isn't it? But it's a licence for them to print money. And you have to remember that their worth, estimated worth, of £32 million. Now, Gavin Jennings, supposed to be the owner, but obviously Paul's still getting a backhander and getting money from it. But Gavin Jennings, you can go and investigate this on Companies House, has only got 29,000 in assets. But he owns an electric car, a huge gym with therapy rooms, and a cottage. So why did he lie to Companies House about how much money he's got in assets? So if the cottage might be worth a few million, then the gym's going to be worth a few million because of the equipment, and the building is huge. And then I don't know what car he drives, but most electric cars are quite expensive now. So why would the CEO of the Institute lie to HMRC? Then if you go on to the website, he's now got a profile about him being the CEO, and he brags that he works 200 hours a week when there's only 68 hours in a week. So he's working 200 hours and there's only 68 hours a week. Then he said that he started the mentoring in 2011, but he didn't buy it until 2012, so that was wrong as well. But when the mentoring started, me, Phil Lazide and others were doing the mentoring for free, and he said that he was doing it, but we were doing it and he wasn't doing it at all. So another categorically lie about himself. Then he said about, he's big with Google and big with LinkedIn. If you go and check him out on LinkedIn, he's only got 300 followers. I've got over 3,000. Doesn't make sense neither. Then on top of that, if he's big on Google or big on YouTube, if you look at the C.H.E.K video section, the C.H.E.K Institute, they haven't uploaded anything for over a year. And most videos, including his, what did he call it? I can't remember. There's a video that he's had 3 views a day on. How is that successful? That is definitely not successful, is it? On YouTube or LinkedIn. So the next thing is Paul.Chek constantly moans about money in videos, talking about heaven house and stuff like that. Now, if you've got an estimated 32 million in the bank, why are you complaining about money in videos? Then on top of that, he said to students years ago, don't have a rent-a-friend. But now he's come out and said he's had a client for over 30 years. That's a proper rent-a-friend, isn't it? Or a cash cow. Then he said in another video, he's had another student for over 11 years. And then you're telling your students not to do that, but you're doing it yourself. Then he says he's not addicted to anything, but 2 videos ago, he had a tobacco bag that obviously he's toked on and then put it down again before the video started, but they didn't cut it early enough so you could see it. It's a total joke. So how could he bring out a book, Obesity, Addiction and Disease, when he's got the disease of addiction himself and never cured it in himself? Just ask yourself that question. So when you pay for a manual that's worth 250 UK pounds, that has no doctor's name in it that's saying it's any good, nobody with a PhD and nobody with a master's, whereas Charles Harlequin had a master's, a PhD, and he could speak 3 different languages. This guy was super intelligent. Yes, a bit of arrogance in there, and he was a bit rude and abrupt to people. But after watching loads of his videos, I realised he was doing that for marketing. The same as Paul was doing, oh, when I was 8 years old, I was abused. And I had to do manual labour on a farm. What, drive the tractor? When you're this height, you're about that height on me. Paul is about this height. So that means he would have been with really smaller limbs. So how could he drive the tractor? How could he lift up the pitchfork in which to put it into the hay? And how could he even put a post into the ground at 8 years old? And then he said, which made me laugh even more, and it's on Instagram, saying that he learned about women from his dad when he was 8 years old. Now your brain's just forming at 7, so all of a sudden he's that enhanced that he wants to be with women at 8 years old. The maths just don't add up. The same with Gavin Jennings, his maths don't add up. And these guys are supposed to be super gurus or super CEOs that you need to trust and listen to. The other thing that he didn't put in his profile on the C.H.E.K website is that he bragged that he went bankrupt. But then he's saying on the website, oh, I earned 250,000. So you earned 250,000, but did you go bankrupt after the 250,000 or before, Gavin? You're just lying all the fucking time just to build up your own ego. The same as Paul, but you find this in little men. Little men have huge egos to try and make up for them being little. I've not found a little man without a huge ego yet. It'd be nice to meet somebody that is shorter than me with no ego. Or little ego, not massive ego, to make up for their height. So with it being worth an estimated £32 million, and Paul complaining, oh, Heaven House cost me loads of money. Then at Christmas they'll send you out an email. Oh, do you want to donate some money to us for Christmas? Fuck off. That's really taking the piss. So another 30-year lie from PaulChek. I've never been sick ever. Okay, so why is it when faculty wanted to talk to you during COVID, you couldn't do the meeting because you were sick? And then you got COVID last year, which you put in your video, but you've never been ill in 30 years. But you just undone what you just said. Oh, it must be what you're smoking or too much DMT or something, or you're forgetting because you're 64 now and a pensioner. Which is allowed. You're allowed to forget stuff when you're 64 and a pensioner, but just don't think you're God or think you're so super, it's just unbelievable. So that's a 30-year lie. So always remember, if you decide to study with the C.H.E.K Institute As soon as you're not paying them, or as soon as you get to the top, they'll treat you like shit. That's what they did to me. I was going to become a faculty member. I'm pleased I didn't. If you become a faculty member, which they won't allow it because there's too many now maybe, they want you to do 5 weeks of classes for free to learn how to teach. So 5 weeks of classes for free to learn how to teach. Then you've got to go backwards and forwards to Lancashire or wherever it is you've got to go at your own expense. And I worked it out, to make the money back would take you at least 2 years. And imagine that when you're doing this week, you're cancelling your own clients. So you're making no income. So why would you do that? Just for ego. And then you've got to remember that the faculty members, none of them are qualified teachers with a university. They're only qualified to teach you the C.H.E.K stuff, but they don't have a teaching qualification. And on top of that, Lee Brandon has got an insolvency on his HMRC report. An insolvency. That means his CEO business is closing down. Then Warren Williams has got £900 in his business. And then you've got Phil Lazide that's actually been struck off by the Inland Revenue because he's used multiple names. And so has the Pilates woman, Nisha, has done the same thing. And using a different woman's name, which is totally illegal. So how can they be successful practitioners and faculty members? She's not faculty as far as I know, not yet anyway. How can they be faculty members teaching you a spiritual healing system when they're going against everything? If you're a spiritual, righteous person, why would you dodge everything when it comes to the Inland Revenue? Why would you not have all your books 100% clear and straight? Why has Gavin put in his accounts that he's only got 29,000 in assets or 30,000 in assets, but he owns a company that's an estimated worth £32 million? Can you see why it's a bit of a rubbish system? And the other thing is that when you do level 1, say you do level 1 at HLC, one of the things that we learn is how to dowse on the paperwork. They won't teach you that now till level 3, to make sure you're a cash cow when you go all the way through. The same if you do IMS 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. When you get to 4 or 3, that's when they teach you the diaphragm release. But if you learn it level 1, you make such a big change in your clients, you wouldn't go and do level 2. Because the technique is so great. So I'm not saying that the courses or the manuals are bad. All I'm saying is that it's not recognised anywhere. With that £32 million estimated, and Penny Crozier learning how to fly aeroplanes, that ain't going to be cheap, is it? Why didn't they put that aeroplane money or a percentage of the money into regulating it and getting it known worldwide by all the different leading companies? You know why? Because a lot of the stuff they're doing is totally against the rules. No medical company is going to go, it's okay to smoke tobacco. It's okay to do 100 plant medicine journeys, because it goes against all these legal requirements, especially for doctors, especially for physios. Remember, a physio is a study for 3 years. They study lots of medical stuff on what drugs do what to the body. So that means that they can't afford their license and the doctor's license to lose it on the chance of you as the practitioner going, oh, you need to smoke tobacco. Oh, if you're going to do cocaine, make sure you get the best one. If you're going to take LSD, don't get it from your local guy, come and get it from me type thing. That's why the Institute is falling down. That's why it's dying, in my opinion, and that's why it's completely rubbish. If Paul would have kept his personal stuff personal, and if it went out on the internet that he was doing this stuff, it wouldn't matter. But because he's been in class and doing it in his videos, and I've had 4 clients come to me, really high profile celebrity people. Oh, Scott, you're not doing drugs like Paul, are you? Oh, of course not. Don't do anything like that. I'm all about health. I'm all about holistic health. I'm not about taking drugs and getting a fucking huge addiction and then fucking lying about it to everybody. Have you ever noticed with a family member that has a drink or a smoking problem, like tobacco, you'll tell them that they've got a smoking problem. What do they say? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I only do it at the weekend. Oh, I only do it at this certain time, because they can't see it. So Paul's shadow is super strong, and I'm trying to lift it off, and it's making my arms grow to 19 inches because it's so stuck on. It's just unbelievable. So in my view, because the qualifications are not recognised, and because you can't put on your CV and go to a gym, I'm a C.H.E.K practitioner, can I come and work here? I'm the gold standard of the industry. They see you as the rubbish standard of the industry, and that's why you can't get into that gym anymore. And when I was having a meeting with Gavin, I said, why don't you do advertising for the practitioners? Why isn't Paul in the media? It's because they won't fucking pay anybody. Why would you not pay anybody to do that when you have an estimated £32 million? Oh, I know why. It's because you want me to do it. You want all the practitioners to praise you up online so you don't pay anything, just like you don't pay your staff. And it was Phil Lazide, who you've got on your website, page 1, Gavin, who said you was a complete and utter wanker and that you treated everybody like shit. And you got the hump with me when I was with you, didn't you? You went, I don't treat my staff like shit. Of course you fucking do. Otherwise, why would Phil say that? Why would other staff that are not working for you anymore would say that you're a complete wanker, trying to get everybody to work for free? Now, a brilliant business, a great business, a business that is not rubbish, and a business that is not all about greed of money would go, you've worked really hard for me today. There you go, there's a lovely bonus. And there's your money as well. Oh, I hear that Joe's having a hard time, can't get any clients. Right, let's see if we can try and send him some clients somehow. Oh, let's make sure that C.H.E.K Connect is the best website ever. Oh, we're going to do it in 3 months. But you said that 2 years ago. And you said that another 2 years ago. It's a complete and utter cash grab. And anybody, if you're deciding to do this studying, you need to wake up and smell the roses. And you need to wake up and think, right, I'm going to do the training, I'm going to get the certificate, and know that I can't get in a gym to work. And no, it's not valid or regulated anywhere, only by the Institute. So if you're happy paying £11,595 to a company that's worth an estimated 32 million that doesn't care about you at all, why you're paying them, and as soon as you're not paying them, it'll be bye, see ya, won't help you at all. And remember, they'll say you've got to keep your license, got to keep paying for that license every year. So if you're paying £160, whatever it is for the license, and there's 75,000 practitioners worldwide, can you see why they want you to pay for the license? Even though it means absolutely fuck all. That license won't enable you to do a preemptive strike. That license won't enable you to work in a security venue. That license won't bring in any more money. That license is really completely wasted paper. So they talk about holistic and healing the planet and saving water, but they want to waste trees with you printing a certificate out, or all of your certificates out, on ink and paper. Paper is trees, right? So how can it be really holistic? Does that make sense? The same as you an independent personal trainer, physio, doctor. Now they want you to wear their uniform because they want to make a big cut of that, and then they want you to have their shit business card. Now for me, if the website was amazing, and if the returns policy on your goods, if you buy a manual, a DVD, and you open the box, or you open up the material that it's wrapped in, no refund. Totally and utterly against the law, UK and American. Same as if you download anything, same policy. But at the top, 30 days, refund, 14 days. But then you look lower down, look at the small print, and it says, there's no refund, fuck you. Well, fuck you, I won't be buying anything from you ever again. So always remember that. The system is great, but how it's set up and how the management is complete shit. Complete and utter shit. Remember, I was threatened by Phil Lazide if I went public with everything, and I was threatened by Matt Walden. Now, Matt Walden is a good speaker, but if you look at the videos for the C.H.E.K Institute, there's one where the camera's not in the right position, and then he's talking there to everyone. He's like that. Hello, everybody. I'm going to talk bullshit now, and I'm not going to look at the camera. Complete idiots. I think what it is, they're smoking so much dope that they don't know whether they're coming or going, and they don't realise, and they're so in their egos that they don't realise the foolishness of what they're doing. So if you want to sign up to the rubbish C.H.E.K Institute and Spirit Shit Gym, or you want to sign up or you want to buy a manual, remember the manuals and the courses are great. But the other thing you got to remember is that once you've done a diaphragm release on the course, unless you pay them, they won't teach you it again. And when you get to level 4, all the stuff that you've learned from level 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, level 1, 2 and 3 and 4 or 3, they don't even critique you on it. They don't check you to make sure that you've done it all and that you can do everything really well. And do you know why they do that? It's cost saving, because they know that if they got you to do that, the criteria to pass might be 4 or 5 weeks. Checking that you can do everything to the letter. And people just wouldn't pay for that. And remember that when I done my level 5, all I had to do was a 10,000 word of thesis, and which Paul chose, and I did. And I had to publish a book, and I think I had to do a video presentation. Now you've got to pay £5,000 for the privilege. It's just, they just want you as a constant cash cow. Then as soon as you're not a cash cow and they can't get any more money out of you, they'll do everything they can in which to ostracize me when they say it's not a cult, and hide me on the website, which you can still see today. They still ain't changed it, but it's all going to look fantastic and cool. Got so many things, it's just unbelievable. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. A bit negative, I know, but I need to put the truth out there about the Rubbish Institute, so you know that when you go and buy a product, you've got a chance of not getting your money back. You know, when you get a manual, the manual information is very in-depth, but unless you know anatomy and physiology pretty well, and you've been a trainer or a physio or a doctor for many years, you're going to find it really difficult. And I heard from other clients that I mentored, one of them was working in a car showroom, had no personal training experience, and he was sold, oh, you do the check stuff and then you'll get a gym job. It doesn't work like that. You've got to have a personal trainer qualification first. So they were even lying to students just to get their money. It's absolutely rubbish. So don't sign up for rubbish.